So today, in follow-up to last weekend, last Saturday, we have another point of view from the Tour de Vic. Seamus, who's the race organizer and was one of my Olympic teammates, he has kindly gone out and videoed each of what we've identified as the crux points. So we'll be doing a second one today. And that will come at the end of the workout. So leading up to that point, we're going to be doing our usual structured warm-up, couple of drills, and then we're going to do 3 times 5 minutes, with the focus being on that concept of really controlled, hard into an effort, recovering for a little piece as much as you can, and then pushing again at the end. So we will be doing some efforts like that. I think we're just about ready to start up here, Trace, or she's probably already. Are we on? Okay, we're on. So everyone can hear me? One of these? Thanks. Nice. Okay, I have so many microphones here. You got to be able to hear me by now. But one of the things that Veronica's joining us. Nice, from Italy, hello. So one of the things that most of you who live here know about Victoria terrain and riding there, Victoria being on Vancouver Island, most of you realize is even though sometimes we feel like there aren't long climbs, it's a very, very rolly, up and down, punchy climb kind of terrain over there. There's little getting around it. So you ultimately end up feeling like it can be a little bit of a, I won't say leg breaking. Maybe that's a bit harsh, although I know I've felt broken over there sometimes. But getting used to those punchy climbs is part of getting ready for riding over there. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we come up to it. Right now, you have a playlist that, again, I've adapted for today, and that is Spring Day LT, I think, at the top, public list. I want you guys all to get your fans on, windows open. I think the heat was on in here all night, which is awesome. I hope you haven't had the same thing, I guess, with having 24 degrees yesterday, a little bit of that. And everybody, right now, if you can bring your effort level, gear, percentage, for those of you knowing your numbers, just to 50% from that easy, and you're riding at preferred cadence. So 90 to 100. I'm creeping a little bit over 100. Proud of my couple of extra RPM I seem to have. Took me years to get that. Okay? And we're going to settle into this piece for 8 minutes where you're riding at 50%. And then we're going to bring it up to 60, back to 50, 60, and then we'll start at 60, 70, and we're going to do kind of like little pulls of 60 seconds from each of those. Okay? So you're at 50 right now. You're at your preferred cadence. We all know this is where we can put words together. We're fairly comfortable. Halfway through our max aerobic power range. But we know that the bottom part is very aerobic and easy. And then as we get to halfway, that's where we're really engaging the aerobic system and starting to get to where we're doing our work. We are going to remain at this cadence, increase to 6 out of 10 or 60% using our gear, and that's going to come up in 20 seconds. Should be just starting to feel warm, legs starting to feel like they've got a little bit of engagement. While we're in these easy gears, I'm going to work on being relaxed. Okay, so let's bring that gear up. a notch. If you're on a regular bike on a trainer, should be in your small chain ring. Click it into a gear harder using the cop set. Smart trainer, you can just give it a little bit more watts to your 60%. One of our bikes, a little bit of gear, just like a regular bike. A little bit of gear increase. All right? Holding it there. 60%, and it's our first time just nudging up out of the super comfortable aerobic. All right, while we're here, deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel the shoulders come down and feel it come all the way down through your elbow, light hands. We're gonna drop back to your 50% number. In 2, 1, 50%. Back off that gear again. Nice comfortable cadence, 90 to 100. Sometimes hard to hang out at the easy effort levels, not be pushing too hard a gear. Something that I remind people of all the time when we are in a group is that if you're way over geared, sitting behind wheels, and you actually aren't going to go any faster, then it's basically a waste of muscular engagement. You can just learn to turn the pedals a little bit easily, more fluidly. But we aren't drafting at 2 meters, are we? Okay, we're gonna bring it up to 60%, using your gear again. 2, 1, up, up. Hold the cadence. As we bring this gear in, just settling in, legs feeling it. Nice, guys. Do some good quality today, and then get outside later. A little bit of easy pedaling, what I always recommend. All right. From here, you're going to bring it up to your 7 out of 10. 70% number, just under your hour power. Hour power being that getting uncomfortable. Hold the cadence, bring the gear up. 2, 1, a little bit more gear now. All right, think about your lower body. This needs to be engaged, core. The pistons are just turning nice smooth circles. A bit uncomfortable for the first time today, but there's more to come. Good. Stay relaxed. Looking good, everyone. Bit of a bite in the legs on this. We're gonna come back down to our 60% again, or 6 out of 10 feeling. In 5, 2, 1, a little bit of gear off. You are still warming up, remember. So if you're on a bike that you can't make subtle changes right now, go a little bit below your 60%, that's fine. Rolling the legs around. Nicely done. Eyes up. And pegged right on that fluid, smooth cadence. job, everyone. You're going to bring it up again, back to your 70% number, or 7 out of 10. Same cadence, in around. 90 to 100, bringing the gear up. 2, 1, push, push. Should feel a little better this time. As the muscles have started to tip into feeling a little bit of lactate. Then you back off, come back. They feel ready. Always put yourself in a bit of distress. If you go right out the door, someone's making you go too hard. Takes a bit to recover from. That's why learning about starts and things is really important. What you can do. All right, back to that 60. Bring it back. One more time up. Recover here. Strong through the feet. Think about everything. Here down, pistons, knees tracking. Quiet on the bike. This is the time to practice looking like, for me it's Tom Boonen in my head. Pick someone you feel you ride like a little bit. If it's someone who moves around, super animated, that's not you. Obviously, we're not picking that visual. Alberto Contador, back from the days, standing up, moving the bike all around. Okay, one more, guys. Bring the gear up. Last minute, 70%. Good, nice and steady here. Letting your ankles move through to the back of the circle. Feels way better than the first one. Less than 30. Awesome job, you guys. Good, last little bit. 10. 3, 2, and let it go. Back off the gear, back off the cadence, wherever you're comfortable. When I come off that, and automatically feel that little bit of relief in the legs. That's what I was saying about the lactate starting to come in. You're letting it go. So it's tapped that system without you getting fully wound up, tight, and unable to do anything following. Okay, easy gear. We have the 5-minute pieces, fairly straight up. When we get to Lombard Hill, the last one with the simulation, it'll be a little bit more like real riding on a hill where there's lots of little fluctuations. So we're not going to be stressing about exactly the cadence and the gear. The effort will come up and up because they're very short little recoveries, but I'll cue you through that when we get there. Right now, we want to just work on all systems being ready to go. So easy gear now. Under your 5 out of 10, I want you to find something where you can just feel connection with the pedals all the way around, but you're not going to be restricted by your gear. We're going to do some leg speed. You're going to start at 100 RPM. So nice and light, quick feet. Give yourself a little reminder to be relaxed in the upper body. I'm going to cue you a couple of cadence increases, and we're going for 3 minutes. From 100. Have a little drink. Make sure you've got that connectivity on the gear under 100 watts for most smaller riders. And here we go, 3 minutes. I'll cue you on an approximate number I want you to come up to from 100. Sitting here, being comfortable with this range. 30 more seconds. Leg speed is not natural, really, for any of us. None of us came out pedaling a bike. Some of us have adapted a little more quickly than others, but we can all use a few more RPM in everything we're looking to do. Here we go, up, up, 105. If you're using no cadence meter, 26-ish pedal strokes for 15 seconds. Falls right between 26 and 27. You've got a cadence meter. This is the top of your optimal flat road range. It's not overreaching for most of us. Almost halfway through. You're going to bring it up next to overreaching. 110-ish. Getting closer to where pursuiters will ride. Still not though. And bringing it up now. 110. If you can't get there, get a little bit of gear off. See the number, look away, do it by feel. I'm a little excited, backing off. 30 more seconds here. This is technical. Awesome job. Gonna bring it up again for the last 30 seconds to 115. Everybody, 2, 1, up, up, come on. Get there. If your core is engaged, your head isn't bouncing around, your body isn't bouncing around. Awesome job, a little bit more. Give me 10. 3, 2, and let it go, easy. One more, okay? When I got assigned this late in my career, it was explained to me that it's not a cardiovascular exercise, it's a technical drill, and as you get better, it will feel less like a big hard push. It'll just be the activation, neuromuscular training. All right, 10 again, 10 seconds to go. You're gonna start at 100, 105, tracing the circle, little bit of touch all the way round. So you're in an easy gear, but not a nothing gear. And we're into it at around 105 to start. All the good habits. Relax shoulders, eyes up, not looking down at the foot makes you tend to pound into it. Hands wherever it helps you, just to stay nice and solid in the saddle. And we're gonna lift it 110. All right, in 2, 1, 110. Have a look when you get there. Or around 28 pedal strokes, 15 seconds. Good. Holding it right there. Nice and steady. My RPM stars there. Okay. We're gonna lift it again. Coming up in just over 10 seconds. Have a look down. See if you're still there. Have a count. See if you're still there. Lifting it to 115. Now we're getting closer. Still not at pursuit sort of leg speed. All right? Up, up. 115. "45 seconds. Job, guys. Hold it right here. Lift it a bit if you want to or can do. Less than 30. Hold on to it. Let it go. True confessions. Still feels hard to me too. I didn't come into this with nice, light, active leg speed. I've had to learn a lot. Some of my peers a little bit nippier on the leg speed. And importantly, I was thinking yesterday about sweet spot, and sweet spot not as the training zone you hear referred to, but sweet spot being that touch on the pedals, finding the right combination of gear and cadence to constantly be maximizing what you're doing. It takes thinking about it. It takes learning about it. One of the big ones, for example, over the top of a hill, you know you have to go hard again in a little bit. Very natural to want to just sit up, but we want you to find the instant, few seconds usually, where you can actually start bringing the gear up, for example. You're not working any harder, you're actually working maybe a little less because you're not pedaling super fast, trying to keep momentum over the crest of a hill. We can talk more about that. For now, we're doing 3 times 3 minutes up at the top here, but it's going to stay the same, the 3 repetitions. And this is where we're doing into a hill for 2 minutes. We're riding, it's not a steep grade necessarily. We're riding at our 80 to 90 cadence. You're going in at 8 out of 10 or you're 80%. So for those of you who know your wattage numbers, MAP, you're gonna be just dusting off 10 to 20 watts. So you're under a little bit, under that lactate threshold. 1 minute in the middle, you're gonna try and bring it back to around your 60% without letting it go at a preferred cadence. And then the last 2 minutes, up again. So like a step, and we have tons of these in Victoria riding. This is why your legs feel a bit broken, doing over 100 kilometers there. When you look at the profile and go, well, we're never really going up for very long, but it's because you're doing this all the time, okay? So we're gonna start our first 5 minutes coming up in 45 seconds. Everybody ready? Have a drink. Any major issues? Chat to Tracy. If they're not major, we're all good. Going in 30 seconds, hitting that 2 minutes. Let's find an 80 to 90 cadence. So we're in a crisp climbing zone or a TT zone for a lot of us is 85 to 95 RPM. Okay? In 10 seconds. Playlist. You can now be on song 9, White Lines. It goes through, you probably won't have to change anything for the whole workout from there. Here we go, 5 minutes, and we've started. Last couple seconds. Bring that gear up just under your 85% of max aerobic power. Gets really hard for me to talk here. It's my hypoxic training. You'll be thankful for that. Everything you did in the warm-up, engaging it here. Relax shoulders, calm, strong through the feet, and you have 30 seconds already. Nicely done, everyone. In control. Job if you're on a smart trainer, tell that thing what wattage you want to be at right now. Another minute to go. Holding it right here. Eyes on the road. And you have 30 seconds before you have that little break. You're gonna try and get to your sweet spot. Perfect cadence at your 60% number in 10. Come on, guys. Ride right into it. There's a little step. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Get it? Use your cadence. I'm not telling you a number. You find that combination. Gives you the best recovery. The number may say 60%, 6 out of 10. The feeling isn't quite there yet. 30 seconds. The goal, touch on that feeling for a few instants before we go back up. 2 minutes to the top. 85% this time. Climbing cadence, 80 to 90. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Top of this piece. Come on, steady. Shoulders down. Strong through the feet. (22, 23 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. Come on, guys. Let your ankles help you. straight back, driving into those pedals. Lactate keeps building, and will till the top. Nicely done, team. 30 seconds to go. Come on. Eating it up now. Right over the crest. 20. Steady right through. Little push up and over. 5, 2, 1. Let it go. Easy. Recover. Recover. Looking great out there. So I'll just talk about that a little bit more while we have our 3-minute break that's now down to 2.5. Nice light gear right here. Some of you, I know, like to bring it up and bridge a little bit if you're training for long time trials, things like that. But only do that if you're bang on the numbers and you feel like you got some extra. Because part of the proper recovery is so you can do the efforts right and not just be averagely low. Okay? So we've got 2 minutes left. I'm just going to touch on that again. The minute in the middle, you are not going to feel like you're getting to your 6 out of 10, 60%. There's too much load going into it, and it's not very long. But just towards the end, you should start to be feeling like, whew, okay, maybe I could get a couple words out now. That's what we're striving for, and as an efficient a cadence as you can. So if that is a little over 100, by all means. If it's lower towards 85 or so, that's okay. You are learning about yourself and know what you can do. You're going in a minute, same thing. I want you to start to bring a little bit of gear in now, just so that you're not going from 0. 5 minutes again. Should be at your 5 out of 10 by now. 50% of your max aerobic power. Very comfortable aerobic number. You're going in just over 30 seconds. You guys are adjusting again to a crisp climbing cadence. 80 to 90 RPM. Think about being on about a 4% grade. We're going to do a lot of that in the Lombard effort. And right now, start finding that cadence and start bringing in the gear. We're going in 10. This is just below your 85% number. In 2, 1, and come on, lock it in. (22, 23 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. Let your ankles move. Pull into the back of that circle. Don't waste any of that power. Good job, guys. Got that cadence nailed. First minute is done. Come stay with me now. Just tapping it over. Tick, tick, tick. Use that rhythm. Legs hurt as the lactate comes into them. Think of something else. Thirty more seconds here. Come on, you're incented to get right there to the middle step. Strong through the feet, come on. All right, you can see that little break coming up. 3, 2, perfect cadence, little gear off. Awesome job, guys. Recover, recover. Way above full recovery feeling though, okay? You're just regrouping for that last 2 minutes you know is coming. Practice getting a drink in here. 15, okay? 80 to 90 cadence. Kicking up again. 85% this time. On full enchilada. 2, 1. And you're into it. Come on, guys. Body position. Strong feet. Stay with me now. Only 90 seconds to go. A little bit under. Just lock into that rhythm. Come on, guys, think you can, think you can. 60 seconds. Come on, guys, eyes on the prize. Use the energy of everyone around you. Use those Hollywood squares. I know I am. Last 30 seconds coming up. All right, come on, push, push. Right at your threshold. Way harder than hard. Let's stay with it. And 3, 2, let it go. Recover, recover. Someone said a few weeks ago, it's a different perspective, watching everyone's faces. It's funny because I'm always watching everyone's faces, but for you guys, you can see if somebody reaches down for that gear a little early. I'll work on our good fakey faces. Okay, guys. We all know those things go through our heads, but most of the personalities, I think all the personalities that I find train with us are far from really using any of those excuses. We just like to talk about them. Talking about excuses is good. My favorite being, I would have gone faster if my legs were stronger. Okay, you're just about halfway through the recovery for this one. Or I would have done better if everyone else went slower. I like that one too. I would have won if there was no one else there. Okay, we're getting up to a minute to go. Bringing it back up to 50%. So we're just bridging a little bit to going into this last of the 5-minute efforts. All right, nice crisp cadence. Your last little bit of it. Everyone at 50% again? This should feel like we're back to being group ride. You can put words together. You guys are all recovering well now. You learn about those spikes from an effort, the spike being in the hard part, but also dropping down significantly because your body is learning to recover so well. And now, 80 to 90 cadence. This is the last time doing this one. We're going into it in 10 seconds. More gear, please. And feel the pressure behind your feet as you're bringing in that just under 85%. In 2, 1. Last time up this one. Come on. Lock it in. Ankles moving. Come on, guys, 30 seconds done. Well into it. If you feel like standing, getting on top of the gear, your call, your style. Another minute like this. 80 to 90 RPM. Round 22, pedal strokes, 15 seconds. Big butt muscles are engaged here. Strong through the feet. 30 seconds till that sweet bit of reprieve. Come on, guys. Bring the shoulders down. 3, 2, get it? 60%. Sweet spot cadence. You are not letting the pressure go behind your feet. There's still some pressure. But you're feeling that bit of recovery coming in. Get in a drink if you can. Okay, last 2 minutes to the top. Big commitment. Last matches you're allowed to use before our final climb of the day. Bring it up now. Back to your climbing cadence. 80, 90, 2, 1, come on. Get those feet engaged again. Body position. Bite-sized pieces, right? 30 seconds done. Soften the elbows, shoulders down. I see a little bit of this. I see a little bit of this. Come on, guys, make this count. Right over the top now. 60 seconds. Push, push, push. Come on, not letting it up. Relax your eyebrows. Put all that energy into your feet. Last 30 seconds, come on. And if you can, bring up the RPM just a little bit for me. Up, up. Come on. Just as though you feel like you're losing those wheels over the top. Come on. Up, up. 10. On. Push it right over. 3, 2, and let it go. Awesome. Recover, recover. Get it all back now. I'm going to talk a little bit about the last piece that we're doing. And when I actually asked Tracy to start the POV, you won't see me any longer. Hopefully you'll hear me. Maybe for you guys, hopefully you won't. That was mentioned by my significant other the other day. Thought it was great that we have RPM and effort on the video so he doesn't actually have to listen to me. Okay, this is effectively 6.5 minutes. When we're doing the Tour de Vic, please don't change it yet, Trace. When we're doing the Tour de Vic, we are coming at this at 26 kilometers in for the 160 or the 140. The middle of this effort is actually where the two courses split. And we're rolling into the bottom. First little bit after the video starts, you're going to be at your 60%, just rolling into the bottom. This hill starts out significantly steep, punching right up to 9-ish, 11%. And so you'll, after close to the end of the first minute, we're going to punch up right to your 85% for the first 45 seconds, and then 20 seconds a little higher. Take all of this from a climbing cadence. I want you to feel around your cadences yourself, but for this, mostly around 80-ish. After that little piece, it's going to go into a little leveling, where you're going to try and do that recovery that we just did. And then it's going to go up again for 1.5 minutes. I'm just going to cue you through all these, okay? Suffice it to say, steep hill, very steep for about 1 minute. You'll have a tiny little bit of trying to back off like we just did. Then you'll start to climb, climb. You'll get about 1.5 minutes. Then as we go around a corner, you're going to go into a progressive grade again, and it keeps going like this. Pitch, pitch, pitch. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go on, off, and you're going to wind it up, stand on the pedals, whatever you want to do to attack those pitches right to the top, okay? So we'll see how we do. Don't sweat the details too much, but all of it is going to be over 75%. and much of it is going to be at 80. Okay? All good? Everybody's got one of these for that, right? All right, so Tracy will start right now. Why don't you, just a sec, Trace, like actually when why don't right now, all of you, while I can still see you, is just bring your gear up to your 60% and your cadence, thinking about it being around 90, because you're going to drop it into the pitch to 80. So this first little bit, you'll have 50 seconds after we turn on the video. Everyone have a drink. All right, you got your gear. Remember, I have another screen where I can see you all. All right, so just because you can't see me, don't be slacking off. All right, we're ready to go. 60% right now, 90 cadence. Sorry, the song, if you click it on right now, number 15, is Let's Go Crazy. Pretty much perfectly timed with this. You want to click to that after Bob Seger, number 15. All right, rolling into it now. You're at your 60%. We're on the flat. You can see those poplar trees up ahead. And that's where we're going to go into our little European style climb. Still got a little time. We still got a little time. All right? You can see it's level just through the trees, but this is where it's going to be really important. In just about 10 seconds, you're going to start dropping the cadence now. 80. As always, it pitches up and you can't always see it properly on the screen, but right here, we're moving 7-ish to 9, gonna go up to 11. Come on, everyone. 85% right here. I see a couple people looking casual. Come on. Push, push, push. Look for the good part of the road. That rough surface makes the effort harder. All right, smooth part of the road. He's showing us right there. Come on, guys. This is another 20 seconds, 90% now. Push it up, 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 up. Come on. Right to the crosser. Come on, stay with me. 10 seconds. 3, 2, try and get to your 7 out of 10. Use some cadence. Use some cadence, come on. 7, 75. This is about it. If you were smart during that first steep pitch, you're actually rolling up to people blowing up now. All right, starting to come up again. 5%. Back to your 80%. 80 cadence. 80%. Come on. Right around the corner. You're staying right here. Making a left-hand turn. Stay with me. 8 out of 10. Few standing pedal strokes. Up, up. Come on. And settle in. Back onto the grade. All right. Minute and 15 seconds now. 75%. 80 to 90 cadence. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. 45 seconds. 75%. Crisp climbing cadence. Awesome job. Come on. seconds. In 15 seconds, you're gonna bring the gear up a little bit. 80% number, all right? In 5, up, come on, get that gear. It's pitchy now. Come on, everyone, stay with it. 10 more seconds on this little pitch. 2, 1, 10. Just try to soft pedal a little bit. Hold the gear. Hold the gear. Back on it. Come on. Steep pitch again. Up, 15 seconds. Come on, stay with the group. Still 2 minutes to go. Come on. Backing off to 75%. All right, 45 seconds here. 75%. Get yourself in that rhythm. Stay right there. Come on, be honest. You want to stay with this group. Use your cadence. Use your cadence. Come on, stay right here. 70, 75%. You can see the final pitch up ahead. Going in 5. Right at that driveway. 85%, come on. Push, push, push. Come on, everyone. Right over the crest. 10. 5. 3, 2, and back it off. Easy, easy. Recover, recover. And a long downhill now. Good job. Nicely done. So Veronica may not look as pretty as some roads in Italy, but actually Victoria is a beautiful, beautiful place to ride, and about the most reminiscent of riding in Europe of many places here. You can see going into that bottom section, but those of you who are doing this ride, hopefully, those poplars, right? Remember landmarks. You've seen them? You know right after there's steep hill. You want to be in control. Rough road. You want to look for where you're riding. Give yourself as easy a time as you can. And then contained but hard. Then when you get to that corner, I know Chloe was there last year. She remembers going around that left-hander as the 140 pulled off. And then you're on that smooth grade, and it's pitchy, right, Chloe? Little pitch, little pitch, little pitch, all the way from about a 5% constant. So that's what you're in for. Good job, everyone. That was a great effort. Maybe now you're going to roll around outside a little bit, or not. Certainly enough work. You don't have to feel like you need to do any more. So that's it for that. That's a wrap on our Tour de Vic.